What's up, everybody? I'm Brian from I Want Tesla, and we're going to talk a little bit about Model Y. I've got the car right here, and we're going to talk about a little bit of paint correction and some of the stuff that I've done to the vehicle lately. If you don't know me, I've been putting out a lot of Model Y content lately, and hopefully you can hear me. I got my TV up here, so I got the questions that'll show up on the screen here. But I do have a wireless microphone, so give me a thumbs up or let me know if you can hear me. Because I got a mic right here. That way, because my phone's not the best for audio. So what I've done to the car so far, great, thanks Tony, volume's good. So what I did last night, my car is getting ready for some PPF. I'm going to put some stealth PPF just like I had on my model, like I have on the Model X. I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to film some of it so I can teach you guys, and that's going to be a fun process. But yes, thank you. 40,000 subs. You guys are awesome. But what I did last night was I took off the logos, all the Tesla T's, as you can see right here. Major difference between the Model 3 and the Model Y, they have little tabs on them. So now I have holes in the hood and the trunk. So you have to put those back on. You cannot take off the logos. And, you know, like I did on the Model 3, I took them off and I had the Tesla logo on the back, or the Tesla word, not the logo. And a lot of people did that. A lot of people liked it. Well, there's holes on the back now, and you can't do that. So you're gonna have to put the T's back on there unless you wanna Bondo those and fill them in. Kind of a bummer, but I get why Tesla did that, because they want these things on there, because, you know, you take that off, people don't know what this car is. A lot of people still don't know what this car is. So, kind of sucks. But I also took off all the words where it says dual motor with the line underneath it. So the back is all clear. I did that because I had to paint correct it. Oh, well, actually, I took off the spoiler too. Probably not going to put this back on. So if someone wants this, someone wants to buy this, this will be available. Nice carbon fiber piece. But I did that because there's scratches all over the paint. Plus little, they call them nibs. There's little just, I guess it's really dust. From when the robot paints the car, there's little dust that falls from the factory, and then clear coat goes over top of it, or there's dust in the clear coat and Tesla doesn't do anything about it, or they try to, I should say. Every car company has dust nibs. It's not just something Tesla does. They haven't revolutionized nibs, but there's just little paint defects in there. And also, it's really soft. It's a really soft paint. So there was scratches all over this car, especially on the back. Everything that was flat, like, everything up here was really rough. The panels back here, obviously the whole hood, that's all flat. It's just stuff all over it. I clay barred the car, and what I use for a clay bar is stuff that I got from Mother's. Thank you, Shane. But this speed wax, and then this synthetic clay bar, which is really nice. If you've ever used a clay bar before, one of those real clay bars, your fingers can go through it. It's kind of messy sometimes. If it sticks, it's a big pain in the butt. So this was really nice how you just spray the wax down, you rub everywhere. It doesn't matter which direction you go. You can actually go in circles with this. And it just pulls up a lot of that junk, all that iron from transporting the car. You can use it, I actually use it on the windshield when I wash the windows. You know, you get those bugs dried on there. This works really good for that. And this is made by Mother's. There's other companies that make these things, but this is really, really good. It cleans your windows really well. But this car had a lot of things, because a lot of problems with the paint, because my car, I found out, was built in February, and it probably sat for quite a while. Probably sat for a month in that parking lot. Again, this is the VIN number is 409, and they make these cars in order. They just don't deliver them in order. So this is probably sitting towards one of the front of the lines as they were pulling off the back of the lines. So I think there was some issues with the paint because of that, because everything that was flat had issues. I still have to buff the hood out and get the scratches out and everything, get all the junk out of the paint. And you might be asking, why am I doing that if I'm going to be putting a matte protection down? you still will see some scratches. If there's a line, like there's a line right here. If I don't get that line out, I can possibly see that through the matte material. And I don't want that. I want to get that perfect. And if I can, since we're all stuck at home, well, a lot of us are stuck at home. My state is not under quarantine where you have to stay home, but a lot of us are home, so might as well take the time to do this and do it right. You know, my state is not under quarantine, like I said, so I am traveling tomorrow, which is just down the street really, to get the PPF done on the car. And like I said, I'm going to film that and show you guys how to do that, which is not a really do-it-yourself kind of thing, not like vinyl, but I think there's a lot to learn there. It's going to be interesting anyway. It's going to be interesting if I know how to do it. So I'm doing that plus some other things to the car. I need to pop the hood and find the struts for hand show. If you remember, my sign's up over here, but hand show has the automatic frunk. So I'm doing some work for them, pulling off one of the struts, measuring it so that we can figure out how to make an automatic frunk, not just the struts. I may look for those. I may look to see if I can find some struts for that, but they're really small struts, and I think a power trunk or a power frunk is going to be really nice. What am I also doing? I also have a bunch of parts over here. Actually, you can see them right here. There's a bunch of things here on the table from some manufacturers. A lot of cool things going on. Sorry, my phone. Karen called me. But I've got right here in this box is the garage door opener for the Model 3. Oh, sorry, for the Model Y. You know, the Model Y does not come with an electronic or it doesn't come with the garage door opener anymore. You have to pay for that. This is $300 through Tesla. It got shipped to me yesterday, and I went to open it, but it says do not open. But I did slice it through the top, but I didn't slice through the side, so it's still sealed up. The $300 does include the installation, but I kind of want to install it myself. So I got to contact Tesla and see if I can do that, or if I can film the mobile service guy putting it in right here. I think that'd be... as you can see, I'm in my garage. I'm still cleaning out the rest of the area where I used to have my shop in here. So there's some drywall back there. There's still some tools on the wall over there, and it's still a garage. It's not a studio per se. But I do have some other parts in here, like stuff that I don't want to drop, like the spoiler. Let me put this over here. Okay, so don't fall. I do have some stuff like the Jada Wireless. Jada Wireless sent me their charging pad and their hub, which is really cool. They just figured out the charging solution for the Model Y, so it's a USB-C and USB-A. You can order that now, and I do have a link to Jada Wireless, so you can get some money off of there. But I'm going to be installing these eventually and testing out the wireless charging, the wattage, how it comes in from the car, and how much power you get out of that. Also, I have, let's see here, get some questions. No link, no home link. What's up, Shane? This is, someone sent me this from Top Fit. This is basically, let me see it this way. I'm gonna put this in. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this, but there's a phone charger that has a cable running to it so you wireless charge it. And then you also have behind the screen a spot for your sunglasses. Kind of cool, different idea. Another look at it. And I'll install it, see what that's like. I also got some headrests with the Tesla, or my logo on there, which is really nice. But again, one of the great sponsors of my channel, and I've been with them for a long time, is Abstract Ocean. Abstract Ocean makes some really cool stuff. This is the matte screen protector that I've had on my Model 3 for a very long time. And unbelievable. I want this on there right now, but we're gonna get all the other stuff done with it first. But they also sent a lot of other goodies. Let's see here. Some nice lights. This is really cool. These are since You know, you have to have the Tesla logo on the back now. They actually make different Tesla letters like I had before. These are different letters that are black with a red ring around or red outline. I think those are going to look slick, especially when I'm done with the wrap on the car. Because I'm going to do something different on the car. I should have good internet because the router is right over there. But after I wrap it in PPF, I'm going to wrap the car in vinyl. It's going to be a custom wrap from Tesla Bros. And if you haven't heard of Tesla Bros, they make some awesome interior pieces for the center console, the wood dash, and all those great things. So stay tuned for that. And what else do I got? Got some other little odds and ends, but this is really cool. I saw in here from Abstract Ocean. Thanks for being a part of the Abstract Ocean team. Stay sexy. This is kind of cool. Little coaster for my Corona. Wait, not coronavirus, but anyway. So I got a lot of cool things coming, a lot of good reviews coming. There's a lot more parts that are being shipped to me as well, and we're gonna have some fun with that. Thank you, Kyle, for the super chat. And if you have a question, just like you see on the screen here, there's a colored question. Because all these are scrolling by a little fast, and as I'm talking, I don't see all of them. Those super chats stay up there, and I will definitely answer those questions. And Kyle's the one who's been in all my videos for the past week. He's the one that I've been out there with at the racetrack. I can't talk really well. Let me get a drink of water. I was out at the racetrack with Kyle, and we were having a lot of fun out there. I still have another video coming tomorrow from that. So a lot of comments were, why aren't you guys socially distancing yourself? Well, we were out there in the country, really. This is a private track. The gate was locked. It was just me and him pretty much the whole time. I was there for like 3 or 4 days. I can't remember. Slept in the car. That's today's video. But we were very, very safe. There's no way anything bad could have happened to us. It was just pretty much Kyle and I, like I said. So stay safe out there. North Carolina is not a really bad state for the coronavirus, but if you're in New York or something like that, definitely stay away from people. Make sure you're washing your hands and use common sense. I mean, common sense isn't so common anymore, but stay safe for sure. But I do have a lot of more stuff I'm going to do at the track, and I filmed a ton of footage. And I might put together a review of the Model Y with some of that footage as well. But I do have another video coming tomorrow from the track. And then we move on to other stuff about the car. But a little review on the car. I've had it since today's a week. And I have 750 miles on it already. Because the track's not right down the street from me. 750 miles on the car. And I absolutely love it. It's an amazing car. It's a very, very good, for me, I'm tall, so I like getting into the car instead of getting down into the car, because I still consider this a car at this point. It's a very, very good car, very efficient car. If you saw that video, Kyle actually posted more of a detailed video of the trip, but from Charlotte Supercharger all the way up to the track, it was 212 miles. We averaged 270 watt-hours per mile with these big 21-inch wheels on there, which are not very efficient. They're super heavy. If you saw that video, actually there's a playlist I set up with all the Model Y stuff. You can go through all those videos, but these wheels are 64 and 68 pounds. That is ridiculous. It's a very big, heavy wheel for a quote performance. And I do have some wheels coming, different types of wheels that we're going to test out for range and performance and see what we can do out of that. See if we can get that watt-hour per mile down, or if we can get that 0 to 60 down, which would be kind of cool. Hey Brian, how's the hand show Frunk build come? Like I was saying, the struts, I am working on those. I got to pull those off for a hand show and measure the strut length. And I took some detailed pictures of the lock mechanism up here. And so really that's all they need, but it is coming, and they're going to be working on it very soon. So yes, thank you for the super chat. And, but yeah, after a week, I absolutely love this car. Karen actually likes it too. She she likes the Model X a little bit better because she likes the 2 screens in there, but the seats are super comfortable, not like the 3. When she got in the 3, her back hurt her right away. My wife had back surgery, if you don't know. This is a while ago, but she had back surgery and the Model 3 did not fit her well. Every time she drove it, it was very painful. She sat in this and she really hasn't gone anywhere in this thing, but the seats are very comfortable. So if I have to take her car into service, she can take this to work and it'll be a lot better for her. So getting back to the paint correction, there's a lot of scratches on here. And if you've never paint corrected a car before, this is what I've been using. Not sponsored, and sorry Shane, it's not your mother's product, but this is what I had in the garage here. It's just basically a polish. It's not really anything to really cut the paint because the clear coat on a Tesla is really soft. Tesla doesn't have great paint on their cars, but it's really just a fast correcting cream with a foam pad, so you're not going to really cut into it. A microfiber pad will cut too much, and I think you can wear off into like these edges here. You can really make some damage on your car, and you don't want to do that whatsoever. So I was able to take this little pad with this polish basically, and get all the scratches out of the back. The whole deck lid, there's still some. There were some pretty deep ones, and it's you can see it in certain lights. When the light's not on it, I mean, these are nice lights here. I got some nice LED lights. You basically have to have one of those right on the scratch to really see it. And this did a really good job. And this is just from Harbor Freight. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, that's all I've used. And I still have to do the front of the car and go down the side. I'm really not going to go all the way down to the bottom of the car. I'm really just doing the hood, the top part, and the top of the fender. I don't need to go down here because I am not going to be laying on the floor and really looking at that stuff. So I'm really just doing the tops of everything and making it really nice before we wrap it and cover everything up. So not a huge deal, but you know, like I said, beautiful car, a lot of stuff coming with this, but let's go through some of the questions. I didn't get to see all of them. Oh gosh, there's a lot of questions here. Debadged already. Yes, I've already debadged it. And unfortunately, there's the holes there. Best color, I do like this color a lot. I did this to match the Model X that we have, but I was thinking about a black. I was really thinking about that, but I figured there'd be more scratches with the black, so I kind of stayed away from that. People on iPhones. Does the spoiler fit the 3? No, the spoiler does not fit the 3. It's way too curved. It's just going to be for the Model Y, and everyone that didn't buy Performance, well, this will fit on that. How much did you sell your Y? Let's see. I don't know how much I sell the spoiler for, but I want to make sure everything's done. I want to get everything done before I offer that up. But if you want to send me an email, it's on every single video. We can see. I can let you know. I can put you on a list. Let's see. A lot of Tesla. A lot of stuff about the spoiler. You know, home link. Yeah, the home link, it really sucks about the home link. I really wish they would have had it as an option, really. Or maybe even just install it, because I think everyone would pay $300 extra for that. I think it's really dumb. I've looked where it is. I've taken the Frunk out of this already. Imagine that. And there's really no good spot. I think I have to pull the bumper off to put this on there. But I don't want to open this up and it voids the installation. So I'm not going to touch it. I want to talk to Tesla first, but I think I want to be part of that. I want to install it. I want to know how that works. But yeah, they should have installed it, or they should have had it as an option. It should be part of the computer, really. Let's see here. Someone saying hi to Kyle. What kind of videos would you want me to do out of this? After I get the car wrapped, what are you guys looking for out of the Model Y? Are you looking for more range tests? Are you looking for space? Are you looking for accessories? You know, let me know what you want to see. I do have a long list of videos on a whiteboard of what I want to do with the car, but let me know what you guys want to see out of this as well. Tesla paint sucks. Yes, it does sometimes. You know, the black paint is really bad because it's really soft, but the other colors seem to have a decent clear coat, where this has a lot of clear coat where I'm able to buff quite a bit and work it for a long time and really create a lot of heat, and there's really no damage to it. That's actually really nice about the car. I'm going to try to do the paint correction myself. I'm going to, as you know, I go to Sunstoppers here in Charlotte. I've mentioned them many times. They actually have 9 locations here in Charlotte. They just opened 2 in LA. So if you're out in California, which I know a lot of Teslas are, I'll get more information on those, where those are at. But he actually has quite a few locations all over the country. It's not just here in Charlotte. I think he's in South Carolina, he's in Virginia, I think Delaware now. So there's a lot of places. Go on their website, sunstoppers.com, if you're looking for window tint, paint correction, PPF. It's all Expel material, and that's the best stuff in the industry. What camera are you using for the broadcast? I'm using my iPhone just because to work through the computer, you have to have some different software to actually use a regular camera, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. I want to get to that eventually, but it's just easier to press go live on your phone. Smart Summon, that just jumped on me. Smart Summon, I don't have Smart Summon on this car because I did not get full self-driving. I didn't pay the extra $7,000 for that because I didn't think it was useful. The only thing I missed out of full self-driving is the auto lane change, and I wish that could be a la carte. I would love to pay a little bit extra for full self-driving out of this, or not full self-driving, but the auto lane change. But really, after driving long distance with that, it's not bad. Just once you put the turn signal on, it disengages autopilot, the steering portion, stays in cruise control, and allows you to move over the lane, and then you just double tap and you're back into autopilot. It's not a huge deal, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to have that feature that I had before, because on my Model 3 I had enhanced autopilot, which had navigate on autopilot, and I'm doing a live video, sorry Ashley. Okay. It's my daughter. She was actually in a couple videos lately, but I had the auto lane change before, and it's really nice, but the other stuff I really don't use very much. So I have it in the Model X, so I'll use it there. Let's see. How is everyone doing with this quarantine, self-quarantining? I know there's some really bad areas, like in California and New York. Those are some bad areas. How is everything going? Are you working from home? Are you able to stay busy, or are you just on YouTube all day long and Twitter? I see a lot of posts. So I'm wondering how the rest of the country is doing. If anybody's feeling sick at all. Hopefully not. Evil Brian, we've got full self-driving. Negative Brian did not want full self-driving either. He wanted me to go jack this thing up and jump it off some mounds of dirt and stuff, which might be coming. Missing any paint on it? Same places as normal. Inside the doors, if you open up the doors, inside the fenders, yes, you're going to miss some paint. There's going to be nothing in there. Same thing inside. When you take the frunk out, you'll see inside the fenders. That's stuff that the robot's not going to hit because it's not shown. But yes, there is some missing paint, just like before on the 3. I'm in California. Okay. Not sick. Well, that's good. Germany, we have a stay-at-home. Louisiana. Yeah, I'm kind of worried what they're going to do as far as stay-at-home laws. I know there's places like in Pennsylvania you can't drive out there, and there's some other YouTube channels that aren't able to film because they're not allowed to drive their cars. Again, here there's nothing like that. I'm kind of far from Charlotte, North Carolina, and there's some cases around here, but I still will be filming some stuff. If I get in the car and drive somewhere myself and film myself driving as far as autopilot, I don't see there's an issue for that. It's just the gatherings. Like, there's really not going to be any cars and coffee or anything like that. Going to get my car wrapped, it's going to be me, the owner, and maybe one other person in there. And as long as we don't have symptoms, I think we'll be fine. We're all healthy people, so I'm not too worried about that at all. I am worried about my wife because she does work at a hospital, and a lot of people working in the hospital seem to be getting sick because that's where the people go that are sick. So we gotta keep those people in our thoughts and take care of them, because they're the ones that are gonna take care of us if we get sick. What color is the wrap? Well, I'm going to do stealth wrap. It's going to be a matte clear protection over the car, and then later on, once that cures, I'm going to do a custom wrap over the car with the Tesla Rose. And actually, I better not say that, but we're going to do some cool stuff with that. But it's going to be a theme where you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it, but I'm going to like it. We haven't finalized the design, but it's going to be unmistakable that it's mine. It's not going to look like everyone else's. I'll just throw it out that way. It won't look like the last one. No stripes or anything. In Italy, thousands of people have died. Yes, it's unfortunate that this is going around, but hopefully the country can bounce back from this very quickly, and just stay safe out there. That's most of the questions right here. Model Y versus Model X. I did a video on the back seat of that, but I personally like the Model Y better because it feels smaller when you're driving it. It's not much smaller than the X, but it's just the dual screens and just how big the Model X is. It just drives totally different. Yes, it's, you know, those doors are amazing, but it's just different as far, you have to be in both really. And hopefully you can get a chance to get a loaner car of a Model X to really see the difference. But I think for most people, this is the best Tesla vehicle that Tesla makes. That was kind of a weird sentence, but this is the best car that Tesla makes by far for a family. Yes, it doesn't have a third row seat, and so if you need a third row seat, then you look at the X, but it's very expensive for an X, and this is half the price, and it's gonna get even cheaper once they bring out the rear wheel drive. So I think this is, again, the best Tesla to date, because the Roadster's not out yet. You found the 21s with the profile combination harsh on the road. The ride was actually pretty smooth. I was very pleased with the ride. That first 212 mile drive, they weren't bad. They really weren't. I think the suspension has a play with that, but I did feel some bumps. You're gonna feel some bumps when you have some lower profile tires. By the way, thank you, Tony, for this cup. Tony Pham, you see him on there. He makes these cups. He can make custom ones for you. But the tires, you're gonna feel a little bit of road, and you're gonna hear a little bit of road noise with that. So I personally wish they offered the 20s in the performance. I would have went with those instead of the 21s, but they look great. They do. They're very heavy, but they look great. Will you mod carbon fiber on the inside? On the inside, no. I'm not a big fan of carbon fiber on the inside, but I do like carbon fiber on the outside. I do want someone to come out with these mirror caps in carbon fiber. I think that would look sharp. Nice gloss carbon fiber or matte carbon fiber here. On the outside, as far as really where else can you do it? The spoiler's a matte finish, I believe. Yeah, the spoiler's a satin finish. So if you're gonna do carbon fiber, I would do a matte finish or a satin finish. Really, you can do a front splitter on this with carbon fiber. Other than that, there's really not much else you can do. That rear diffuser, I think, would be cool in a different material. Maybe carbon fiber rear diffuser might be a way to go. And there'll be some companies doing that. T-Sportline, I'm sure, is definitely going to do that. Maybe even chrome or carbon fiber trim here instead of this plastic trim. Do that in carbon fiber, even a wide body. Might be cool. Be sweet if let's see, did I miss any questions? Would an 18-inch wheel be okay for daily use? Yes. We put on one of the videos we put 18-inch wheels. I think they're Martian wheels or Martin wheels. We put 18-inch wheels on there. Kyle has that on his Model 3 Performance, and not all 18s fit on a Performance, but these do, and we put those on there. You'd have to get some bigger tires though. The Model 3 tires are smaller by 2 inches than the Model Y, so you just can't swap things over, and then otherwise you'll have this big gap, and then the speedometer's off and all that kind of stuff. So definitely get the right sizes. Is the radar heated? You know, I'm not sure. I saw a video today that someone said it was heated. I didn't read the article. But are you getting the 2020 Roadster? Yes, I'm getting 2 of them, thanks to my subscribers. Thank you very much. I had enough people to use my referral code where we are one of 20 people in the world that got 2 of them, which is awesome. I'm gonna have to sell the second one to pay for the taxes on both because it's about $150,000 in taxes. But yes, we are getting one, and I personally plan on having the highest mileage Roadster. I want to take that everywhere, show you guys, because you guys are the reasons why we have it. So I want to go from city to city and set up maybe Facebook, some meetups, and show you guys the car and just travel the country with it. I think it'd be fun. And enter some rallies and stuff like that, do some half-mile testing, and really show Ferrari people and Lamborghini people that Tesla's a better vehicle. They just paid way too much. Thank you. I believe we do deserve it. Just switch the Model 3 HomeLink. Probably not. You probably couldn't switch the HomeLink. Yeah, maybe. You might be able to. It probably is the same one. Let's see if there's a part number or anything on this. It doesn't show. Retrofit. Actually, you might be able to, because this was, well, no, this was built in February. So this might be specifically to the Model Y. Probably is because it's a different mounting area. Because I do know that the service guys told me that the Model 3, they didn't have to remove the bumper so much anymore to put in the HomeLink. So, but this looks like it would have to go behind there. There's no space there, as far as what I can see. But, you know, I'm not a technician. I just play one on YouTube. You gonna let us drive it? No, I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to drive the Roadster. Probably insurance reasons. My insurance is gonna be high enough, but I will give rides to people, and that will be plenty. Okay. Do you know who else got 2 Roadsters? A lot of YouTubers did. Andy Sly got 2 Roadsters. Ben from Teslanomics. I believe Derek out in Colorado got 2. Kim from like Tesla got 2 of them. There's quite a few people that got them. And so there's going to be some for sale right away. Even people that won one of them, they're going to sell them right away too. But yeah, but I'm excited for that. And I'm assuming that the Roadster will be out. I think they'll deliver 1 or 2 of them by the end of this year. And I think 2021 is really when they're going to have them available. Speaking of the Roadster, I think Trevor got one up in Canada. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm excited for the future of Tesla. There's a lot coming, not with just this. This is going to ramp out, and many people are going to trade out of the 3s and get the Ys. Many people are going to trade out of other cars like the Honda CRVs and get this. This is going to bring a lot of people to electric vehicles. But not only that, they're going to have the pickup, the Cybertruck's going to be coming soon. Again, the Roadster, the semis. I believe the semis, they're going to deliver a couple semis this year and really ramp that up. The supercharging network is, I think, is going to have a huge push this year with version 3 supercharging. So it's going to make travel a lot easier, a lot faster, and really make people get into Tesla more, because they can actually go and take a trip. You can take a trip now on them. It just takes a little bit longer, but not too bad. What do you think of the next car? The next Tesla vehicle that they've already shown, or something that's going to come out next? I'm not sure on the question. I believe Model Y will replace 3 completely. I don't think the Model Y will replace the 3, because I think a lot of people still want a sedan, a small car. So a lot of those people are still going to do that. And especially in other countries where it's not such a big open wide area like the United States here, you can have a big full-size F-150 and still fit in parking spots. But I think it's a good compromise between both. We'll still have both. Kind of want to get a Plaid S. That's going to be really nice. That's going to be really one step down from the Roadster. I think the Plaid Model S is going to be an amazing car. I think it's really going to stop people from buying the Porsche. As long as they get the suspension right, and as long as they get the ride correct, where you can actually drive this thing on the track, which I believe they are, because the Nürburgring, they were able to do it no problem. So I think the Model S Plaid is going to be a game changer for sports cars. High-end sports cars, I should say, because it's going to be expensive. It's probably going to be 150 grand. Oh man, this things keep scrolling up so fast. When you're fully charged, shows it. When you're fully charged, it shows 280 miles. If you install the 19s, will it go to 315? Probably. I want to do that. I want to fully charge this again and see what it does. If I just, because you can change on the computer what wheels you have, see if it jumps to that 315, if it's built into the computer. But I do know, I've been using the TesLab app. Ben Sullins invited me to test this out for a little while, and I want to learn about it before I really show you guys what it does. But I looked at the app this morning, I think it was, and the battery on this already shows that full charge, the capacity is 284 miles, I believe it said. So I don't know if it's just the computer's so new, or the battery's so new, it's learning where the top end is, where the bottom is, and it's just calculating things, but it already thinks there's more in there. So it's not displaying more because I charged it and it was 280 miles when we first left. Clean up your garage. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I do need to clean up the garage. That's probably why my wife is calling me because of that back there. I've been focusing on in here, and I do need to clean some stuff out back there, but that's why the light's out. But I did sell all the tools, and this used to be a cabinet shop, so it's a little dirty still. Man, a lot of comments, but they keep jumping here. Walk us through the financing of the Model Y. It's a good question. That's actually a good one. I do not go through Tesla financing. I've had Tesla financing before on some other vehicles, and sometimes it could be a pain in the butt. So the last vehicle, we had some issues with actually talking to somebody at Tesla, because Tesla's not known for their communication skills. So we ended up just going to our bank, went to PNC, and once we got a VIN number, we were able to just finalize all the paperwork, and they cut us a check, and we took that for our delivery. Really painless, really painless. It would be nice if it was easier to just go through Tesla financing for us anyway. That might just be Charlotte area, it might just be that service center. It might be better other places, but my personal experience was it was better to go through my bank. Now with everything happening, rates are even cheaper now. So you could probably get some really good deals if you just wait till next month, because rates will come down quite a bit. But it's really easy. I just took a screenshot of the vehicle, the sticker price and everything I put down on the vehicle already, and emailed that to the bank after we applied. And it was really easy, very painless. So either way, I mean, you can go through Tesla financing, but we didn't have a trade-in, so it might be harder if there was a trade-in, but probably not. But try to sell the car yourself, or go to CarMax or something like that. Do your homework. Do your research on what trade-in values are. Will you be road tripping this summer in the Y? Yes, I will be going some places. Just don't know where yet. The like button, yes, the like button will help out. If you guys thumbs up this video, that helps the algorithms. Thank you very much. You think you should do a smaller hitch bill? A smaller hitch. For $25,000 Tesla, I think eventually Tesla will get there for a smaller car. Maybe the Model 3 two-door version hatchback might be a $25,000 car in a few years from now. Who knows? Who knows what the future is going to bring for Tesla? Let's see here. Love your channel. Thank you very much. Ask your dad. I did have my dad sit in the car. He sat in my Model 3. My dad's 74 years old. He's probably watching this. Hi, Dad. But I had him sit in the Y, and I had him, obviously he's been in the Model 3 even before I lowered it. So this is a lot easier to get into. It's basically level. He's tallish. He's 6 foot, about average male height. But it was a lot easier to get in and out. He's used to that. He has an SUV now, not a Tesla. I'm trying to get him into Tesla. My mom's the holdup on that. But it was just easier to get in and out of for most people. I think even if you're smaller, it's easier to get into an SUV. Just the way he said the glass looks a lot bigger, a lot more headroom. He didn't have to duck his head to get into the car, and I think that's the key. I think that's the key to the car. Three. Would you first use a super battery? I don't know what that means. Would you change the leather on the seats? The leather is actually really nice. I have the black seats because no one really has the white seats yet, and they're really soft. I had the version 1 seats before in the Model 3, and these are much softer, except for the back seats. But the seats are just fine with me. Is it worth switching from a 3 to a Y? It really depends on your needs and if you haul a lot of stuff. If you have kids, and kids come with a lot of crap that you have to put in the trunk, and strollers and things like that, car seats, this does seem like it has a little bit more space, so you'd be able to fit 2 car seats and maybe one other person in there. It's higher up, so it's easier to get kids into that, but it really depends on your needs. But if you like your 3, stay with the 3. I mean, I loved the 3. I really didn't want to switch to this at first, but then now that I have it, I'm glad I did. Not just for the channel, but it's just a great car. It's a really good car. And any Tesla, I think it's fine. I mean, they're the safest cars in the world. And that's really the reason we got into Tesla. Getting my uncle into Model Y, that's good. 40K, thank you very much, congrats. Yes, I have a lot planned for this channel. There's a lot going on here. I'm trying to network with many other YouTubers as well to bring you guys some different content. I don't want to just bring you, hey, this product review, this is really cool, check this out. I will be doing some of that, but I kind of want to do some different stuff. I want to be out there, go to the racetrack, not to race the car, but to test the car and really show you range, quality, speed, since this is a performance, I could show you speed now. My Model 3 was not a performance. So I don't want to do the cookie cutter stuff of just news of Tesla. I want to bring you cutting edge stuff. Not so much the, not like I said, not the news and stupid stuff, not customizing it too much where it's not usable, but I want to make some great stuff. But if you have any suggestions, put them down below or email me the suggestions. Model Y release date in UK. I have no idea, especially with what's going on right now. It's really hard to say what's going to happen. What is the estimated long range use of the battery of the Model Y? 280 on the performance, and we would have gotten 280 miles if I'd have kept going to dead, maybe even a little bit more than that. We drove 70 miles an hour nonstop, and it was really efficient. Our thought was to go to a certain supercharger and maybe drive back and forth, because it said we would get there with, I think it said 27% battery, or no, 17% battery. And as I kept driving, it kept adding percentages, where at one point it was 12% higher than what it said in the beginning. So we ended up having to go to a longer supercharger and nonstop. It was just, the efficiency is really, really good. And it might have something to do with the heat pump right up here. But I'm not sure. Like I said before, I'm not an engineer. Do you receive special treatment? I do not receive special treatment from Tesla. I was just lucky enough to get it sooner. Tesla doesn't, I don't know if Tesla knows. I mean, I'm sure Tesla has seen some of my videos because they put in that safety switch in the door, but I do not get special treatment. I didn't actually get invited to the Cybertruck event. My buddy Kyle took me, he got invited. So no, I do not get special treatment. I do get some special treatment at the service centers because they know me, and if they know you and you're nice to them, you get special treatment as well. You get more flies with honey than you do with, you know, pile of what. I'm sure there's some people that get special treatment. I'm a small YouTube channel compared to others. Do you drive? It's hard to read these when you're starting to read them and then the screen just jumps up on you. The Model Y has a 1,000,000-mile battery pack. They haven't really said that yet. I'm assuming it is because the battery day is really soon. Well, they say it was soon before the viruses hit. So who knows what that's going to be like? What the, you know, because no one's doing presentations anymore. Apple's not doing them. So it's gonna be hard to see. I don't know when they're gonna do it. I was excited for a battery day too. So I didn't think about that until the comment. Is there a track mode in the Model Y? Not yet. There's no track mode in the Model Y. I think there will be one eventually, but there's an off-road mode, which that's tomorrow's video, by the way. I'll give you a little heads up. And I'll end it at this. Off-road mode is really fun. It's not really, my video tomorrow is going to be about off-road. I took the car at the track. There are some trails and things like that, so we went off-road a little bit. Off-road is in quotes. This is an SUV. It's not really an off-road vehicle, especially with these 21-inch wheels, but we did try it out a little bit up some steep hills. We got a wheel up in the air. You might have saw that picture on Twitter, but unfortunately there's gonna be a lot of hate on that video because it's not a Jeep Wrangler, and I said I'm gonna say off-road, but this could be a really good off-road, not off-road, but an overlander vehicle where you just travel on these open fields or open trails and camp in the car. So I think it'd be kind of fun. I think people will do that. I think people will buy it to do that because you don't really use much power when you're going really slow. But it is very capable. The traction control in off-road mode works really well. Didn't get stuck, but you'll see in tomorrow's video. What's the Tesla stock today? Tesla stock went up a little bit yesterday. The whole market went up yesterday, actually. So, okay, can kill switch. So thanks for watching. There's a lot of things happening here. Again, if you have any questions, any concerns, any ideas for videos, leave that in the comments below. And as always, stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.